Hello, fellow students and procrastinators. If you found this video, you likely have an exam in 15 minutes and forgot to study. But don't worry, in this two-part series, I will be going over both classical and operant conditioning in the most simple way possible. In this video, we're going to start with classical conditioning. Now, classical conditioning has 5 main terms you need to know. To start, we'll go over unconditioned stimulus. An unconditioned stimulus is something that invokes an unconditioned response, which is our second term, UCR. For example, say you use a hammer to hit someone in the knee. This will likely invoke an unconditioned response in which they kick their leg up. The third important term is a neutral stimulus. A neutral stimulus can take over the role of an unconditioned stimulus through frequent pairing. When this occurs, the neutral stimulus becomes the conditioned stimulus, which then makes the unconditioned response a conditioned response. To give a good example, we should start with the person who invented classical conditioning, Ivan Pavlov. Ivan Pavlov was doing a study on dogs and salivation. The unconditioned stimulus in his experiment was the food, and the unconditioned response was salivation. He then introduced a neutral stimulus, a bell, which he frequently paired with the unconditioned stimulus, food, which then made the dogs believe that whenever the bell rang, food was coming. This caused the dogs to begin salivating. This makes the neutral stimulus now a conditioned stimulus, invoking a conditioned response of salivation. Now, to etch this information eternally in your memory, let's do an example. Say you want to traumatize a baby. Well, as we all know, toddlers hate loud noises. So, blast them, accompanying those loud noises with a fluffy rabbit. Now, just pair the fluffy rabbit with the child whenever loud noises play, and remove the rabbit when they do not. Now, upon sight of a rabbit or other fluffy object, the child may scream, a conditioned response. Unfortunately, this is a real experiment that did occur. This study may help to explain why many of us have phobias, and you may not know where the phobia originates. In this case, the child grew up to have a phobia of fluffy things. Now, let's move on to operant conditioning.